Hey guys, welcome back. I'm sorry there was a problem again. We think it's a big problem with the laptop. Same issue as last week. Luckily, we now have the spare laptop lying ready. So that way we can just quickly recover from this technical issue, unfortunately. Let's see, where were we? Well, I don't have the footage on this laptop, unfortunately, so Jordy is fixing that. So I'm just going to talk about what we were going to do. Hopefully the audio and video is fine now and isn't laggy. Also, normally it shouldn't be in 720p just like last week. Let me check in the comments real quick. I don't see anyone saying that there is lag, so that's a good thing. So welcome back, everyone. I hope you saw the little live thing that we just did. If not, then welcome. My name is Gilles. This is Premiere Basics, and we are a weekly series that goes from all the ins and outs of Adobe Premiere Pro, and we teach you everything about it. Everything. Literally everything. So today, we're going to make a Halloween effect, and it's going to be quite of a scare effect in the mirror. And Wednesday, when we post our tutorials, we're also going to do a Halloween video about scary eye effects. So let's check.
Okay.
Here's Jordy.
Hey. This trouble. No idea what it is with this laptop.
There is something wrong with the laptop. There's a curse on it.
There's a curse because the settings are exactly the same. Yep, no idea. No idea. I think there's something. I'm gonna contact MSI about this and then see what the problem is, because that is also an MSI and that is working good. I think it's some malfunction. All right.
Let me check.
Do you have any USB ports?
Let's take the mouse real quick.
Okay.
I think it's this one. Yeah.
There you go.
Can still use this right here.
Yeah, unfortunate that the donation from the Orlando guy is now gone, because we started a new live stream. So big kudos again to the Orlando guy. Thank you so much for all of the donations.
Indeed.
It's really helps
4 times in a row.
Support this channel, which is really awesome. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Okay, let me double check right here. So now I have to go.
There it is. All right. In the meantime, any questions, guys? We can do like a quick Q&A, perhaps.
Yeah, do you have any questions for
Any
Jordy?
questions? Please show the glitch effect. No idea what glitch effect you're talking about, but there's called VR glitch inside Premiere. You can use that if you want to create a glitch effect. So Derek says, I love Premiere Basic.
Thank you.
That. Please show glitch effect. I don't think we've got slow chat enabled.
No, I'm gonna do it real quick.
Okay, guys, don't spam, please. Okay? Well, how old are you guys? Exactly.
Too old.
Okay. The glitch VR effect. That's right. Just use that one, and it's super simple, actually. Can we change it to
Yes, we can.
slow chat while we're doing this? We actually have to go back. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I know it's safe. There we go. We should have slow chat enabled right now.
Yes, it's working.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Where are you guys from? We are from Belgium, in Limburg, very close to the Netherlands border, actually.
Indeed.
Belgium is a small country with, I think we got 6 governments. One of the smallest countries in the world, and we got the most governments in the world. And we don't even understand ourselves how the whole thing works. Don't ask me how our whole government thing works. We have no idea. Free LUTs. Well, actually, if you go to cinecom.net and click on video packs, there's actually a pack with free LUTs, 10 free LUTs, which you can download from there. So.
Well, this is a shocker. The Orlando guy is from
Orlando. No. Always thought more like you were like someone from Switzerland.
Okay, so we're logging in.
I saw on your channel that you were making all these videos about Orlando, which is really cool, actually. Yeah.
Like this. And now...
just
sign
take that
out.
one. There we go. Everything is back. Okay. Look at that. All right. Any more questions here? Let me check here. Can you increase the voice a bit? Well, Jill is going to scream as of now. There we go. There we go.
Sorry for the headphone users.
Jordy, which day are you going to do the live stream? Says Sammy. Well, this Thursday. I put up a poll on our YouTube channel where you guys could vote. Where you guys could vote for when I should do the live stream. I'm going to do it this Thursday at 6 p.m. Belgium time. That is 11 a.m. Orlando time. I don't know what time it is there.
EST,
I think it's EST, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it is.
Or is it the West Coast, East Coast?
East Coast.
Middle Coast.
Let me check for the footage. Do we have it?
Someone says, hello, Zuiderbuurtjes. That is Dutch for neighbors. He's probably from
the Netherlands.
From the Netherlands, so yeah.
Okay, and we're ready to start, I think.
Okay,
yes.
We're all good.
Thank you, Jordy.
Sorry for the hiccups, guys. We have just learned to never use this laptop anymore. So we're going to use that one as of now.
Yeah.
That's good, so that it won't happen to me when I'm going to do my live stream.
You're learning from this live stream.
Yeah, exactly.
I can take this also.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye, Jordy. Where is Lorenzo? Lorenzo is working currently. He's making the Copycat Friday together with Janik. Okay, guys, so let's get started. Let's jump right into Premiere Pro here. And as I was saying, we have a shot of myself here washing my face. And when I look up in the mirror, I hope you guys can't hear my scream, but it's really loud, as you can tell here. As you see, I look scared. So what we're going to do is mask a scary character into the mirror. And that's actually either this one right here, which is me just with some makeup on, a wig, and a coat. And I also changed the lighting with these aperture MCs right here that I put on red with a filter over it. So that is something that we can use. But as I mentioned before, we have some problems here because we're going to have to mask this part. And it's the same here because I was standing in front of the mirror, unfortunately. But that way we can make it a little bit more advanced because it's actually a really simple effect. And that way we get a little bit more of a challenge to it. Also, I took the same shot without the wig just to make it a little bit more easy. And at the end here, I also jumped away just to get a clean shot of the mirror with the red lighting. So let's get started. Hopefully everything is going well now, both the audio and the video. Hope it doesn't lag anymore. So fingers crossed. Okay, so we're here in Premiere Pro. Let me just enlarge my tracks just a little bit, and I'll do that by holding Alt while dragging, while scrolling on my mouse wheel like this. And I'm gonna rename these tracks just to make it a little bit more simple. Oh, I was already washing myself here. Somewhere around here. That's my out point. That was me screaming. Maybe somewhere here. Or maybe just a little bit more here. I'm not going to take the audio, I'm just going to take the video. I do this by clicking on this icon right here, which says drag video only. Click on it, drag, and bam. Change sequence settings. Well, yeah, okay, let's do that. I actually shot this on the Red Gemini 5K in 60 frames per second, and also the quality is in 5K resolution. So let's just change it to that. That's a little bit easier to work with. If it's a bit laggy for you guys, then I can just change the resolution to maybe HD or 4K if that's a bit easier. everyone open this same stream in multiple taps, you will get Halloween ghostly sound. And that's a good idea, actually. If you want to make it more Halloween and more scary, then just open this in multiple taps at the same time. Goodbye, I have to do my exam. Well, good luck with your exams. I'm not sure what kind of exam you have, but good luck with it, of course. So, we're here, we're having this shot. And from this point right here, I want my scary person to come on frame. And I think I'm going for this one, actually. I like this one more because it's actually kind of the same as I'm here. Just different lighting and a little bit of makeup on my face. I think that's better than this one, even though that this looks scarier, but some people didn't recognize me here, so I'm just gonna take the other one. It's more recognizable. Let's look for a good part. I'm doing some really weird stuff here, but let's just see. Okay, maybe this part. In points by pressing I on your keyboard. Play this. It's a bit choppy. Let's just go further. Okay. O for an out point, and let's drag it. Okay. Now first, we're not going to need a clean plate, I think, because actually here's a lot of clean space, so that's good. But we're going to mask around the mirror. Now, of course, everyone has a different mirror at home. I shot this in a specific angle, so it makes it a lot easier to mask. Also, you don't see the camera here or the camera person. Actually, it was just shot on a tripod. But it all depends of what kind of mirror you have. Maybe you have a smaller one, maybe you have a big one. Maybe your shape is round or like an oval, or maybe star-shaped, whatever. I'm not sure what you have at home, but we just have a regular rectangle mirror, and that's just really easy to mask. So what we're going to do is we're going to select that layer here in our timeline, and let's go to the effect controls, opacity, and I'm going to take this pen tool right here. And why am I choosing this one? Well, it's because this way I can make it's called free draw Bezier, or Bezier, whatever it's called, and it just lets me put points wherever I want. And that's actually a lot easier to create a custom shape for your mask. So I'm selecting all of the corners here. Now, of course, you don't see the corner here, so what I'm going to do is just place a corner here, right here, just off screen. I drag it a bit, like this. Place one here, but I'm gonna drag it off screen to this place right here, and then to finalize it. So this is, of course, our new mirror. As you can see right here, this should be good, but I'm gonna feather it just a little bit, maybe around 20. Looks quite okay. Of course, if your mask doesn't look really good, you can also zoom in here in the program monitor to maybe 200%. Use the sliders here or the levers, and then you can just easily change the points here of your mask, as I'm doing right here. Basically, I just didn't like the point where it was placed, actually. Let's see. I always hate these little sliders right here, these levers. I think that they should fix this in the future in Premiere, because sometimes it's just so difficult to just get a hold of your corner like this. Okay, bam. That's good. Let's go to the other side. That seems pretty good. Let's go to the bottom corner. Maybe we can, oh, it's actually here. Bam. Let's put it back to fit. And that looks pretty good, actually. So if we play this now, this guy is a bit scared, and this guy is just doing something creepy. Now I'm going to make this the same size here. Okay, same length, actually. Okay, but as you can see, we have a problem now, because this shot is going on top of that one. as you can see right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the bottom shot, but I'm first gonna just place a cut right here. You can either do this by placing C, which is the eraser tool, and just click, or you can jump straight to this point right here and do Control K, which is the edit, and that way we get a cut. Then I select this bottom layer right here, and I hold Alt while dragging it above the other one. And as you can see right now, this created a duplicate of the bottom layer. Now let's check the comment section real quick. Small lag. Audio not synchronized. That's a bit weird. Maybe it's just a bit laggy. Let me check the audio section real quick here. This should be good. This should be, the volume is at 100%, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit louder for you guys. Is it better like this? Question mark. Everything is fine. Okay, then I'm just gonna continue. Now I saw someone asking here for what about Premiere Pro 2021? Fun fact, actually, I just saw a video recently about some new stuff that is going into the new 2021 version of Adobe Premiere Pro, and I actually kind of love it. There is one functionality that's coming within 2021, sorry, and that is going to be a customizable option for the captions, so for subtitles. So first off, normally now when you go into the window and go to captions, there's a customizable thing right here, but it's not that good because we have the essential graphics panel for like text and graphics and all of that, but we can't use it for this. And within the 2021 version, we can use the essential graphics to customize our captions. So that's really good. Also, there's going to be another new thing, also in the captions menu, I think. It's called transcript. And what the transcript is going to do is it's going to auto-create subtitles for you. So let's say that I just record myself talking like this. I put it into Premiere Pro. I transcript it. And Premiere Pro will ask you what language is the person speaking and how many persons are speaking. So let's just put it to English, for example, and put it to one person. And that way, Adobe will automatically analyze the entire clip, listen to what you're saying, and it will auto-create subtitles to the voice that you're speaking. So that's a really great feature. I love the fact that they made this. Yeah, it's really, really, really handy, really useful. I've been wanting that for a long time. Not that I work a lot with captions, but whenever I'm working with them, I hate them. It's just a really silly way to create them right now, and I love the fact that they are putting some effort into that. Also, there's going to be a new place. Let me go back to the editing mode right here. A new spot right here into the timeline for captions, and that's going to be above this one. So we have the audio tracks, we have the video tracks, and then there's going to be another section with the caption tracks. Super useful, and you can also use the same things or the same principles to edit those just as you edit video clips. Like for instance, the Y key or the N key, which are, what's the name again? Let me check it. The slip tool and the slide tool, I forgot about it. So that's super, super useful, and I love that they are integrating this in a new version. That's only one of the new things that I know of. I'm not sure what else is going to be new, but I'm looking forward to it. I've also seen the new updates for Photoshop, which has some amazing AI integrated into it, and yeah, that's just insane. It's not normal anymore what a computer can do for you. But anyway, let's get back to the editing of our Halloween video. I think Orange 83 channel is also yours. No, it's not me. It's someone else, because a couple of years ago, Jordy actually had a collaboration with Orange 83. I wasn't working here back then, so I don't know who the guy is, but I'm actually really curious about who it is. Voice is still lagging. That's weird. Can you guys maybe put it to a lower resolution? Maybe that way it works better. Because I'm outputting in 1080, I think. And if I'm going to put it lower, then the video quality isn't going to be that great. So I don't want that actually. On my end, everything seems to be going well now, so I'm not sure what it is, guys. But anyway, let's get back to our effect. We just created a duplicate layer here, and as you can see, there is a part here where I'm in front of the mirror, and we actually don't want that. Now I'm actually going to extend this part right here and cut it when I'm behind the mirror. So let's say I cut it here, C, click, bam. You could also use Ctrl K, of course. Let's zoom in, Z, or you can just drag it here, of course. And let's go here. Okay, so this is what we want to create actually. Now let's see. Oh, actually I can just do it like this. Okay, so let's see for the mask. It's gonna be a little bit difficult because I have kind of a head movement going on there. It's not just a movement like this, so it's not just your mask that's going to have to track. It's also going to have to be manually corrected within the animation, I think. But no problem at all. Let's just have a look. Let's start. I'm looking for a point where I can place the most masking points as possible, so that way I can easily work around with that. Well, I think I'm just gonna start from here actually. Or wait, is there another point? Yeah, there's another point coming in here. Let's do this part right here. Okay, so I select the layer. I'm going into my effect controls, opacity, and select the free draw bezier, or bezier, whatever it's called, I'm not sure actually. And then I'm gonna zoom in my program monitor, maybe 150% like this. And now we're going to take a lot of time to actually get this good, this mask right here. Now what I hate about masking in Premiere is the fact that normally in After Effects, for example, you can just hold the spacebar and drag along in this program monitor. That way you're moving the image actually, and you can just easily mask. But here you can't do that because if I press play, it just starts playing. So I have to use these levers here to move around, which I really hate. But anyway, let's make a mask. Let's see, this is my mustache, I think. This is my cheek. Oh, my eyelashes. This is gonna be a bit difficult, guys. I'm gonna skip those lashes. This is my eye, my forehead. Wow, it's ginormous. Look at that. My hair. Now here comes another problem, because we don't have a hair selection tool in Premiere Pro, but we do have that in After Effects. So the thing is, if we want to get this as good as possible and super accurate, we'll have to get into After Effects, which is not the thing that we're going to do on this channel. So what I recommend doing when you're shooting this, make sure that you're not in front of the mirror. Now I did this, of course, to show you what it looks like when you do this and what problems that can come along with that. But we're just going to try the best and make the best out of this. Of course, it will not be the very best that we can do, because therefore we'll need After Effects, but we're going to try it. We can do this. I'm just actually gonna make this really rough around my hair. I'll just use some feathering and hopefully that'll be quite okay. Well, let's skip those hairs. I don't really care about my haircut anymore, as you can tell. So, as you guys can see, this takes a lot of time if you have to manually mask this. Of course, we have about an hour in total and we're already busy for quite a while, so I'm not gonna take this too long, but I am gonna try to do my best to make it as best as possible in a short amount of time. Now I'm seeing someone say, maybe check your footage. Well, I did, and actually shot this on purpose like this, so that you guys also have the same, or a warning, actually, to know that before you start shooting, that you always have to make sure that you're not in front of the mirror. Now, when I'm here, when I'm done, I'm just gonna place some points here, like this. Let's see. This looks quite okay, actually. I didn't expect that, but it's alright. Let's put a bit of mask on it, maybe around 20%, maybe even 30. Okay, and I'm going to lower the expansion just to -3. Oh, -3. Okay, so what this basically does, if we click here on mask in the effect controls, we can see our mask. The feathering, as you can see, it's actually kind of a gradient that you put between the hard line of your mask and the original footage, so that it's more faded, or feathered as we call it. And the expansion is just a way to create the shape but expand it either inwards or outwards. So I put mine to, what was I using? I think -3. Oh, -3. Here we go. And that looks quite good. Now, what we're going to have to do is toggle the animation. That gives us a keyframe. And that way, if we go further in time, we can animate that mask. I'm just gonna do this real quick. So you can just drag it like this. Then I'm going to hold my mouse. Oh, V, come on, man. What is it doing? Okay, hold my mouse and select all of these. And normally it should have just taken those points, but whatever, let's do this again. Okay, like this. Let's have a look. Not that good. We still need to fix something here. Now the points here in the back don't matter actually, because we're just using the clean plate from this here actually as a background for this. It's also the points here that it's always these points that matter, because these are on top of the mirror shot. Okay, so let's see. Do we have to adjust a lot on these points? I'm just gonna zoom in real quick. 100%. Let me check. So this should be my eye. Going like this. Then we have these these points, and these are the hairline. Place this one back here. Okay. These are from my hairline as well. Let's just put them here. Maybe adjust this one a little bit. Okay, let's zoom back out. Put it back to fit. Looks quite good. Not the best that we can, especially because there's a mistake here. Let's put it like this. Okay, if we now play along, So this is the point, I think. Yeah, here's the point where our animation starts. Okay, so we can fix this last part as well. Let's take our mask, drag it to as close as possible, something like this. Let's see. If there's a point or a specific place, like for instance here, where it isn't really good, you can always add a point, an extra point of course, and just alter this. Now it's way more difficult to delete a point. Actually, I'm not sure if it's entirely possible. Let's check what happens when you press delete. Nothing, of course, because it's Premiere Pro, not After Effects. Just to use rotoscope. Well, I would love to use the rotoscope because it actually works super good, but we're doing this all in Premiere Pro. That's why I am using this technique right here, which is actually a little bit more, yeah, simplistic than the normal way that you should do this. Let me check right here. It's still a hair. Okay, that's my forehead, my eyeball thing. Also guys, like I just did right here, as you can see there's a kind of a curve. We just take the levers of a point, and that way we can adjust the curve or make it more straight, just like I'm going to do with this one right here. Voila. What's going on here? Okay, that's already the corner of the mirror, so that's a good thing. Like that. Oh, my cheek is going. Oh no, it's already off screen. That's good. Like this. Okay. Let's zoom back out. Now, of course, like I mentioned, this isn't the best way, but it looks quite good if we play this through. And we still have to do this part right here, so let's go a little bit more. Oh, it's actually already good. Okay. Bam. Up. And there I am. Okay, so now we're going to have to animate our red footage right here, our mirror shot. I'm just gonna drag it along a little bit more here. That way we have a little bit more room to work with. And I'm actually gonna place a marker right here. M. This creates a marker, and that way I know that that's the point where I want to let the mirror shot appear. Now we have multiple ways to do this. We can let it come in using the opacity tool. That way it kind of fades into the shot. We can make kind of a glitch effect to let it come in. We can, what else can we use? Maybe the fractal noise effect to create kind of a ghostly thingy. We can use a lot actually. What do you guys want? Let me know in the comment section. I see a lot of languages that I don't really understand. So guys, try to keep it to English. That way I can help you out as well, and I can understand everything that you guys are saying. I'm not sure what language this is, but I don't understand it. Let's see. How can I name the marker? Well, that's a good question. You just double click on it. That thing right here will open up, this window. You can give it a name, like for instance, start of mirror shot, like this. You can give it a color, maybe red. That way we know that it's going to be our red mirror shot. We can give it a comment like create effect right here, for instance. And we can also choose what type of marker that we want. For instance, a comment marker, that's like this. We can make it a chapter. That's for when you're making a movie or a show, and when you're making a DVD afterwards, and using chapters like you have with your remote controller on your TV. That way you can skip to another chapter. Then we also have segmentation and a web link and a flash cue. I don't use these last ones. I always use the comment marker, which is the most common. These tools here are for when you're creating multiple markers. That way you can just go to the previous one, to the next one, or you can just delete one. Let's click OK. Now we have the red marker here. Let's see. Some people are saying the glitch effect. Okay, we can use a glitch effect. Let's open this up a little bit. Let's go to glitch, and that way we get the VR digital glitch effect. And you already see that we have kind of a glitch right here. I'm going to close the opacity, that way we have a little bit more space here. Now we have a lot of things to work with here. We have noise, distortion, master, amplitude, everything. Let's see what kind of thing that we want to create. Do we want it to be really distorted? Not too much, I think, because it still has to be a little bit more scary and horror-y instead of sci-fi looking. Okay. Here, the color evolution. Of course, guys, this is all customized as the way you want it to look like. I'm not sure actually if I want to use the glitch effect, because I think it's a little bit too sci-fi actually, but I'm not sure. Let's see what we can do with this, of course. Okay, we can animate this, so let's go 1, 2, 3 frames further than our marker. Let's put it to around 250, place a point. Let's go back to our marker, which is right here. Then, because you can see it right here, of course, here you can see that the marker is lined up with our playhead. And then we go 1, 2, 3 back in time, place this to 0. Let's open this up a bit, zoom in, and we're going to ease out and ease in, and that's already going to animate the glitch itself. Now we want the distortion to look a little bit different, of course. Let's check. Really love your editing live session. Thank you, Sam. Let me see what you guys are asking. Can you suggest a cheap cinema camera? Oh, for a 10-bit color range, I'm not sure that you can get a camera within that price range, unfortunately. My clip, 10 minutes long, takes 3 hours to export. What kind of settings are you using for your export? Make sure to check those. Maybe you're using too much of a bit rate, and that way there's too much data in your video, and that way it can get to a large file size, and that way it also takes a lot of time. Now it could also be your PC, of course. I'm not sure if I know the GTX 555. I'm not sure if I know it, but I don't think it's the best out there. Will you post this tutorial on YouTube? Well, this live stream will be available on YouTube, of course, once it's ended. Can you conduct a Zoom meeting? No, we're just doing live streams on Mondays and tutorials on Wednesdays for now. How to lower the playback to 1/8? Well, that's a good question, actually. The playback right here depends on the footage that you're working with. So I am working with red footage, which is in 5K, I think, or 5.7K. And that way I can lower the resolution to either 1/16, 1/8, 1/4, 1/2, or half just, or the full resolution. But it all depends on how big your resolution is. Of course, if you have a full HD 1080p resolution and you want to lower it to 1/8 of that, it's going to look super choppy. So that's why it's not possible in Premiere to lower a 1080p clip to 1/8 of its resolution. Probably to around 1/4, I think, or maybe even a half. I'm not sure actually. Let's see. A Halloween version on Cinecom. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, there is going to be a Halloween tutorial on this channel on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. Okay, but let's get a bit further here. As I just said, I'm not entirely sure if I like the glitch effect. I think it's a little bit too sci-fi actually to work in this horror scene, so I'm not gonna use that one. Let's put a fractal noise on it, see if we can make something cool with that. So as you can see, this is what the fractal noise actually does. Let's set it to, let's play around with this. No strings, that looks cool. Maybe, yeah, this looks quite cool. Invert this, that's also really cool. Okay, and that way we can see what it does. Let's put it to around a half, okay? So let's animate it from here. We're going to change the opacity, and as well here it has to be 0. Actually, here it has to be 0. Bam. Let's zoom in. Here we can see our keyframes. So this is the one where we want it to be gone, and here I just put a random number just to see what it does. And now we can change the properties of it. So let's see. First, for the contrast, we're gonna leave it to 100. I think it's good like this. If we put it back to 100 here, I like the contrast. Let's change the complexity. Let's see. Does it changes anything, or is my computer just going really, really slow? Let's see. Okay, so apparently from above 6 it's not doing anything else. No problem. We're gonna animate this as well. So let's put it to 1, maybe at the end here. And let's go back in time and change the complexity to, yeah, I think 6. Because it isn't doing anything when I go above 6. For some reason, I'm not sure why. Let's ease those, ease out, ease in. Okay, that's already good. Now, our evolution, of course. Let's see. Okay, we're just gonna put this to 0 right here. Let's change it to 1 time 180 degrees. Okay, that's good. Now, I was actually thinking maybe you should start off a little bit further in time here, because that way, oh, I lost them right here. That way we can let this come in also, because it also has to animate the opacity coming in. Now we have a little bit of time where it actually changes into a void, and then it goes back into our red scene. So let's change the opacity here to 0. Like this, and it's coming in. It's looking, oh, actually, of course, no, that's not right, because we have to animate the opacity of the clip itself, of course. So let's just leave it as it is. Let's just put this right back here. Bam. Okay. We're also going to animate these, ease out, ease in. Let's make it a little bit slower. Or I can just use this to do just one rotation. No, you're not doing anything. Okay, then just let's put it to 90 degrees. Okay, now it goes a little bit smoother. Why isn't it playing? Okay, like this. I kind of like it already. But I don't like the colors of it, of course. So let's change the blending mode to overlay maybe. Yes, oh, I like this. I like this a lot. So from this point in time, I want my clip to be seen. So let's put the opacity 100. Let's go 2 frames back. Let's do 0. Let's see what it does. Maybe that's a little bit too fast. Let's place the 100 a little bit further in time. And now we're losing our effect, of course. So I think we're going to have to need to change our mask just a little bit more so that we can have the effect more visible. So that means that we're going to have to go to our top layer and mask our path a little bit more. Let's see, it's starting from here, so let's put it here. Something like this, and then I'm just going to have to change some of these masking points. So as you see, a simple effect can be really hard when you actually make a mistake or not think about the shot that you're creating. But just to show you guys that you always have to plan ahead and that you can work things out in post-production when something went wrong. So in this case, my head was in front of the mirror. Shouldn't have done that. Should have taken another shot. But of course, we're not losers. We can just change this in post-production just like we're doing right now. Like this. Then we'll have to manipulate these points. I'm just doing this real quick just like before. I don't want it to be 100%. If I want that to be as good as possible, I should go to After Effects, of course. And I'm just gonna put it like this. Put it to fit. Okay, that looks good already. So I really love the fractal noise effect, guys, because that way we can create kind of a haze or a smoke effect, even though it's just a simple effect here within Adobe Premiere Pro. It's also not that much of a hard effect, meaning that it doesn't use a lot of your computer, because our line here is still yellowish orange, whatever you want to call it. So our playback is quite good. Of course, we can render this to get the most smooth playback possible, but it looks really good. I'm loving this. Now, if we were going to do it as an After Effects, of course, we could also put some pins on our face and track it to the same position as this face, and then it will morph a little bit more. It's way harder to do in Premiere Pro. It's also gonna need a lot of manual frame by frame work, so we're not going to do that. But I love this effect, of course, and as you can see now, I'm really terrified of myself. Of course, my acting here wasn't that good. I should have done it a little bit better, but I love the fact that I'm making a cool face right here. Now, what can you do with this effect, guys? I was actually thinking of creating this for like a community post on Halloween. There's a point in time here where I'm looking in a mirror, and then I'm looking down. So if you shot this properly, so not standing here in front of the mirror, or if you want to just put a lot of time into masking this, of course, it would be cool to just flicker it real quick, a couple of frames here. So I mean the red mirror shot, just flicker it for a couple of frames, put like a sound effect of a whatever you want to have there, put it on there, then go a bit further in time. He's looking back up, I think, or not, whatever. I thought I was looking up for like multiple times. So that's one. Oh yeah, and the second time he's coming for real though. But it would be cool like if he comes back for a couple of times, like flickering, and then your character can be like, what's going on? What's going on? Whatever, okay, I'm just gonna start washing my face or my hands or brushing my teeth or whatever. And then you can just let that red mirror shot come back for a couple of times, creating kind of a suspense, like, is he going to see the guy in the mirror or not? And then at the end, he can just be all done. He looks up at himself and suddenly, bam, using that fractal noise effect, the mirror shot turns, which is the red one, of course, starts to turn in the mirror, and he sees a reflection that is not himself. It's maybe a demon or something else. I think it's a really cool effect. Of course, if you're heavily into costumes or into makeup or VFX makeup, you can make yourself a really cool character standing in the mirror here. Of course, you can also just play around with it and maybe put a girl there or another guy, and then it's like looking up and like, oh shit, who is this guy or who is this girl suddenly standing in front of me? Is it me? No, it's not me. So, of course, it requires a lot of acting as well. But I think this is a really fun effect. Also fun to use on social media like Instagram or maybe TikTok even. I think it will get a lot of likes. So, get yourself a camera, open up Premiere Pro, take yourself a mirror, start shooting, start editing, post it on social media and tag Cinecom. That way I will be able to see it, and I would love to see what you guys can create with this effect. Now, as I mentioned, I used the fractal noise, the VR fractal noise effect right here. You can also use a glitch effect. Now, I personally don't really like that glitch effect when you're working with horror stuff. But you can also use other effects. Maybe you can use footage, stock footage, of course, of a ink drop that's coming in, and that way you can luma key the black or the white part of that ink drop, and that way it's kind of a faded mask going in, revealing that mirror shot. Now let's have a look, of course, at the comment section. Let me see, are there any interesting questions? Fake handheld motion, good one. If you want a fake handheld motion, you can find that on the Cinecom website. It's just a drag and drop preset, I think, for the effects panel. Super easy. When you shot on a tripod, it will easily create a kind of a fake handheld look, and that way it looks like someone shot it with his phone or camera, whatever. Super fun to use. Let's see what else. Audio delay. Yeah, I'm sorry for the delay, guys. Okay, now I'm going to wrap it up, guys. This was the effect. Super easy, but as I mentioned, you can make it yourself really hard if you make a mistake while shooting. Otherwise, you can just fix it in post, of course. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below whenever this video is online on YouTube, and I will gladly answer them. I hope to see you guys on Wednesday for our Halloween tutorial. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next week in the next live stream.